Open range 2704 BH Ultralite half-ton towable, easily half-ton towable bunkhouse travel trailer here at Havelet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. At the time of this filming, this may be one of the very first to ever reach a dealership. The other floor plan they have currently is a couple's camper with a rear living room. We were the first dealership to receive it and the first dealership to sell one nationwide. So these things are already moving. Open range is a very popular brand. All their stuff, though, until this point, has been large, certainly not the cheapest thing out there, but left to center and very cool and very interestingly equipped, unlike anything else. They wanted to be able to reach a little more common consumer, so they came up with a true ultralight travel trailer series here. This thing here, 27-foot box, including the tongue, probably close to 30 foot, but tip to tail, including an extra deep slide out, is only 5,500 pounds. That is awesome. That is cutting edge, industry leading lightweight design, and it's the kind of stuff you see out of them every day. This is like happenstance for them. Let's get dug in here, but keep in mind the one in this video may be slightly different from the one we have in stock. It may be identical. I don't know. Give us a call to find out, because they can be a little bit different sometimes. So we've got an easy adjust Solera patio awning. All you have to do, pull with 2 fingers, and you can pitch adjust this awning like 12 inches either direction. Makes a huge difference for rain runoff. And you see they do have a very bright full-length LED light strip. Even against this beautiful bright sky, they clearly show up. Makes a difference when you're lighting it up at night between actually having patio lighting and having the illusion of patio lighting. Everything Open Range builds is 2-year bumper to hitch transferable warranty. That's double length as compared to most anybody else out there. It's a big deal. They are twice as proud of their product. They're twice as confident that you will not experience any significant difficulties or failures. And they're willing to put twice their own liability into making those right in the event that something does occur. That's a big thing to me. I do like the big bullet nose they got going on here too. That always cuts wind nicely. Their baggage doors are a little different. They put the seal on the inside, which actually makes a lot of sense to me. It's going to help keep it protected, and they have an extra wide flange to help that seal. Not unlike an automotive door, by the way, but this whole thing is extra thick and laminated. So you've got, essentially what you're doing is you're shoving an insulating plug through this hole so that when your bed, which is just above us here, your bed doesn't lose all your hot and cold air at night. By the way, this little thing is neat. You've got a laundry chute built right in here. You can, I've got a drawer open inside, so I can't flip that open. That was smart. But you can just leave a laundry basket sitting right here. You can drop your clothes in through that dark colored hatch right there, and then when you get back home, you open this door, grab the basket, head on out. This, by the way, is a little bit taller, a little bit wider baggage door. It's about the same size you see in a J-Flight, which is the #1 selling travel trailer out there. So they took some of my very favorite aspects of about 5 different trailers and mashed them up into this thing and did a killer job. They took this from their big 5th wheels. They don't use plastic screw trim. This is aluminum. It's not going to shrink and expand in the sun like cheap plastic screw trim is likely to do. We've complemented a power awning with a power tongue jack, so there's not a whole lot of cranking going on here. And no, the spare tire isn't loose. It mounts on the rear bumper. We've just simply started getting this one ready to go out for sale. We catalog all the spare tires and whatnot. Another thing I like to point out, same size baggage door on both sides of the camper, and that's not always found out there. Even the antenna is a little bit different. This uses a King Jack antenna system. This is a system we've been selling aftermarket for years with great success. It has superior reception to the common air quote rabbit ears you normally find out there, and they work better. It's something that's been used in motorhomes for a while, and it's starting to make its way to towables. But again, Open Range has been willing to do that stuff that's a little bit left to center. They are not bound by the mantra of, well, that's how it's always been done. They don't care how it's been done. They're going to do it their way and a little different. That's what I like. This is a really big deal right here, and it's difficult to see from just a quick video. This is an extra deep slide out. A normal deep super slide in a travel trailer is 36 inches. This is 39. It's not quite the 42-inch slide you'd find in most of their big units, but remember, this is designed to keep the weight in check. And at 5,500 pounds, I'd say they really found the sweet spot. You can feel that extra space inside, though. The moment you step inside this, it's like, wow, it is big in here, but it is not heavy. And what's funny is, it's not even close to the most expensive lightweight out there. That's what's amazing. All windows open for ventilation, by the way. And now your tail lights, your really important big tail brake lights. those are LEDs, so you're not going to have to worry about losing a taillight and some guy not paying attention and smashing into the back of your trailer and totally ruining your family's trip. We have added a bumper mounted grill to this, and that's what'll go on this bracket right here. If you see that bracket, you know that there's going to be a grill included. And we did that because this is a very popular bunkhouse that has a direct access bathroom door, which is what we're looking at right here. But the other thing they did really well at Open Range, they stole this from Freedom Express. So again, borrowing, well, steal, I don't know. There's not a lot of original ideas out there, and there's a lot of very good ideas out there. So they took the ones that are very popular and they adopted it. But they have a little mini fridge out here. Now you add the bumper mounted grill. Those are the two main components of an outside kitchen. So I'm not going to officially say this has an outside kitchen, but I can do the exact same things with this that you can do with an outside kitchen. Grill, fridge, you know, those are the main aspects. Your doors, by the way, are friction sprung. Notice how it catches itself? I mean, I slap this door. It does not slam shut. I'm not being gentle with it. That will help, you know, keep the wind from banging the door around. And again, a direct access bathroom door here. And if you've never owned a bunkhouse, you're wondering why there's a door to the toilet. If you've ever owned a bunkhouse, you're like, yes, there's a door to the toilet. It's kind of funny. You can tell a first owner from a second owner. Long story short, having a door right there, what that does is it cuts down on all the dirt that gets tracked through your camper and your foot traffic. This fridge and that toilet are the two primary reasons that somebody comes in and out of the camper. You know, I was going to say number one and number two, but that's like too dangerously close to a really poor pun, which I guess I already did anyway, so whatever. But the whole point is you're not going to have to sweep out your trailer all the time like you would otherwise. More on that when we get inside, though, because this one is even easier to keep clean still. Now, good-looking aluminum wheels, and they brought down their fifth wheel Equiflex suspension system here. That is way superior to a common suspension you normally find in this industry. It's got a rubber shock dampener. It just gives you a smoother ride. You're not going to get pushed and pulled and jerked all over your unit going down the road. Close that up, and even that is just an easy close slam latch door. Very cool stuff. Let's hop inside here for you. I think I told you. If not, here, I don't want to forget. It does have fully enclosed insulated heated underbelly, by the way. It's a good extended season camper. Now as we come in here, it's going to look a little bit different from your average bear. And that's totally by design. Everything they do is that way. All the lighting is all LED. Your whole living room cabin here is all in one switch. Now I've got big windows with a lot of natural ambient light rolling in, so it's not like having a big drastic effect right now. But keep in mind, all that bright light coming in is already doing the job for us for the camera. What is this? This is called Mocha. That's what this is called. That's right. This decor is called Mocha. But keep in mind, there's different color schemes available out there, so the next one that we have in stock might look a little bit different. So let's get dug in. Remember how I said it's easy to keep clean because you're not tracking dirt through the whole thing? It's even easier to keep clean because this is 100% carpetless, and that is a highly unique feature. They don't use carpet on their slide outs. They have a floor flush slide, so this thing just slips right over. You can, in literally seconds, maybe in 2 minutes at most, sweep this thing clean and be done. I love it. So this will jackknife down into a sleeper. Again, big windows everywhere for lots of light, and they're letting in lots of good cross breezes. Your table, if you notice, is freestanding. So if I want to take this thing outside, if I want to move it here and use it like a island kitchen, I can do anything I want with that. And yes, of course, it folds down into a bed. All of your countertops, by the way, not just in your kitchen, but even this table in the bathroom, even up here by the entertainment center, they're all a pressed resin top sealed edged countertop. There is no way for water to seep into this and cause problems. And not to mention, it's pretty darn resilient. You know, it holds up extremely well to high use. And big countertop space here in this kitchen. By the way, these drawers I always forget to show people whenever a unit comes in. You've even got a drawer in a drawer over here. You've got a ton of storage right when you walk in the door. So if you want to have a flashlight and utility box, you got it. It's right there and it's handy. And this actually passes all the way through right here. I always forget to show those. I'm glad I caught that this time. We do have a vaulted barreled ceiling. We do have a nice skylight to let in more of that ambient light. All of your overhead doors are going to be strutted so that they are self-supporting and they're just easier to manage. One thing I do like about this panel here is the switches are backlit. So if I leave my patio light on, I can be inside and I can see that. The other cool thing I like about a power awning is if you wake up at night and it's storming like crazy and you left your awning out, you can hear that awning banging around. I can walk over here, push this button, retract my awning. I don't even have to put on pants. I don't have to go outside. I don't have to get beat up by the wind and rain. I don't have to have a bad night. I can wake up. I can take 1, 2, 3 steps over, shut the awning, go back to bed. Problem solved. That's awesome. Okay, what do we got here? Now, one of the reasons this floor plan also feels big is not just a deeper slide out, but the fact that they used a ladder wall right here and not a hard enclosed wall. And it keeps it, just everything feels more open and larger that way. Now, another neat thing is, again, upper bunk, 1 light switch. Check that out. And even this bunk back here has pleated nightshades. There are similar lights down here as well. We'll take a quick peek of the bathroom back here. The bath area, like everything else, 1 switch, you get your lights. But a nice taller shower as a result of that vaulted ceiling. You have room in there. This is a foot flush stool. You do have lots of leg room. Again, a countertop that will hold up against water use over time because we got a sink here. We are going to splash water around. It's good to know that's not going to fall apart on us. And they actually angle mounted their medicine cabinet. Not everybody does that, and in fact, this is the minority of the industry. Most manufacturers, to make life easy, will just mount something flat against the wall. When you're using this mirror, you're probably standing directly in front of the sink, so having a mirror flat against that wall doesn't make sense. They have great storage in this model, and they made excellent use of this space. So just a generic large overhead storage compartment here. We have a pantry and closet, nice and segregated. And you could always put a shelf divider in here. Now, they don't have storage down here because that's where that mini fridge is located. But the thing is, not everybody really likes to get down on their hands and knees to get to their storage. So they're making that space a more user-friendly experience. Rather than having storage that makes you get on your knees, they just have a fridge outside that you're going to use every day you go camping, every time, guaranteed. Again, all overhead doors, strutted for easy storage access. And the modern, very modern driftwood tones they're using in here on these wood tones, I absolutely love it. This thing is gorgeous inside. It is very sharp, very cutting edge. They did a great job. Big TV in this thing. Once again, one of the things they kind of brought down from their fifth wheel regimen was having that large TV, and they're still using the same great electronics. They're still using Furion electronics. They're still using Furion. If you're not familiar, Furion stuff is awesome. It can be shaken really hard. You can be really rough and aggressive with this stuff. It doesn't fall apart. It can get hotter and colder quicker before this thing starts to experience failures. It's one of the highest grade things in the marine or RV industry. Mom and Dad have their own sliding pocket doors. These are nice and bracketed in, so they're not going to fly out of place when you're bouncing down the road. The overhead cabinets here, again, oh, you know what? Let me go in from the outside, because this is neat. You have a switch here, even for your bedroom. I am really not aware of a lot of other travel trailers, especially in bunkhouses, that have a bedroom light switch like this. Almost every other trailer I know of, even if you have one switch for the living room lights, which is getting to be more common, thankfully, and it should be that way. When you get to the bedroom, you almost always have to individually flick lights on. And the trick is a lot of manufacturers mount that light right here. Now, a tall guy like me with arms, I can reach that thing. But the average person can't reach past the bed to get up here. I'm kind of the exception to that rule. Now, on top of that, we also have two individual reading lights here. These are the same type of lights you have under the bottom bunk, and those are their own very bright LED spotlights. Again, sealed edge countertop. So if you have a drink over here and you fall asleep and it starts to condensate and water trickles down, who cares? It's not going to be a problem. And both sides of the bed have their own little drawers here for, what do I want to say, all your utility stuff. And there are power outlets, by the way, on the sides of the bed. And this side of the bed also includes USB and 12-volt lighting. Just, I don't have great light down there right now. I think that pretty much kills it. I've covered all the high points. There's more to learn, obviously, But that should give you the majority of everything. Like the fact that there's aluminum framing everywhere is good stuff to know. Things I haven't really dug into yet. This product is still so new that I'm trying to really show people around. Once people are more familiar with it, I think I can get more into the construction aspects. But if you want to learn the construction aspects, like, you know, the fact that this has your, galvanized steel or aluminum, I gotta check which, see, roof rafters up here, just give us a call and I can give you all that info. 800-256-5196. Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody, have some fun.